Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria and this is Zena here in front of me. Today we're going to be doing a slow flow class to improve flexibility and release any muscle tightness or tension. I'm going to be using a couple of blocks in this practice today, but just know if you're at home and you don't have the blocks, that's totally okay. You do not need them to do this class. So let's get started here in a seated pose. You can be sitting up on top of your shins, on top of your block, or cross-legged. Just find what feels comfortable for you. And take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out of your nose or your mouth. Calming down the mind, tuning into the present moment. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And take deep, steady breaths in and out through your nose. Beginning to focus the mind on the practice ahead. If there is an intention that you would like to set, feel free to do so now. It can be a singular word like love, or a phrase like letting go. Let's just take 3 more deep breaths here. And then begin to blink open your eyes. We'll take a side stretch, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, reach the left arm over, bring the right hand down by your side. Reach through your fingertips and soften the shoulder away from the ears. You can gaze up towards the ceiling if that feels okay for your neck. Take your last full breath here. And then come back up through center. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, stretch over towards your left, reaching the right arm up and over, maybe gazing underneath the shoulder. And come back up, reach the arms up high. As you exhale, bring the right hand behind the lower back, left hand to the outer right thigh. Coming into your gentle twist, you can gaze over your right shoulder if it feels okay. Make sure that your spine stays tall and the shoulders relax down away from the ears. Taking one last full breath here. Coming back to center, inhale the arms high. Exhale, twist to your left. And by the way, if you can hear toenails walking along the hardwood, that's my dog. So I do apologize for the noise. Last deep breath here. Return to center, reach the arms high, and then bring your hands together over your heart, Anjali Mudra, bowing down the head, taking a moment of focused attention. And then release your hands behind your lower back, roll the shoulders up and away from the ears, lift open through your chest, gaze towards the ceiling. Sending your breath into the heart space, into the expansion, all the way through the upper chest. And your last full breath here. So now bring the hands to the outer left hip, stretching out the right side of the chest. Switch sides, bring your fists to the outer right hip, stretching out the left side of the chest. And then release your hands and roll the shoulders up and away from the ears a few times. And then we'll meet in child's pose, Balasana. So bring the knees apart as far apart as is comfortable. Bring your big toes together and walk the hands to the top of the mat, letting your forehead rest down. Feeling the shoulders melt down, the hips melt down. Let everything be soft and let go. Tune back into your breath. And then slowly come back up, walk your hands in towards your body. We'll come forward onto all fours position, tabletop pose, and then take our cat and cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. As you exhale, tuck and round through your spine, gaze down, and press the earth away from you. Inhale for cow, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale for cat, tuck and round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And come back to a neutral spine. We'll take thread the needle, so reach the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, send the right shoulder down to the mat. And then unwind, reach the right arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, both hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. And see if you can relax your shoulders and relax your neck here, letting the head be heavy. Reaching through those left fingertips. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, hands to the mat. From tabletop, place the right leg up between your hands, lowering the hips down into a low lunge. You can stay with your hands on the mat, or you can grab your blocks for more support. And then send your breath into the hips, allowing the breath to release the tension. From here, straighten the right leg, halfway splits, flex the right foot up towards your face, and gently pull the right hip back as you press the left hip forward to keep the hips very square. Keep a nice long spine, and if you'd like here, you can hinge at your hips and fold over the right leg. Slowly rebend your right knee. We'll step back into tabletop pose. Switching sides, bring the left foot forward, low lunge. Send your hips forward and down. Keep your spine nice and tall. Make sure that the left knee is stacked over the left ankle. Now straighten the left leg, halfway splits. Flex the left foot up towards your face and keep your hips square and your spine long. If you want to go deeper, you can hinge at your hips, folding over the left leg. Slowly rebend your left knee and then step back into tabletop. Remove the blocks out of the way if you had them. And then we'll come into a wide-legged straddle. So you'll sit down and extend the knees out wide with the legs straight. From here, if you want to stay upright, that's totally okay. If you want to fold forward, begin to hinge at your hips, lowering onto your forearms, or maybe lowering your head onto a block. And releasing the inner thighs, releasing any tension in the groin, slowing down your breath. And then slowly come back up. Next, we'll move into cow face pose. You'll cross the right knee on top of the left knee. If you can't do this or it's just uncomfortable, you can extend the left leg out long in front of you. Or if you want to take a deeper variation, you can begin to fold over the hips. For me, this is really intense, so sometimes I like to just stay upright with my spine nice and tall, both sit bones grounding down to the mat. And then switching sides, uncross your legs, cross the left knee on top of the right. Again, as a modification, you can extend the right leg. If you want to take it a step further, you can hinge at your hips. I'm gonna stay upright today. And keep focusing on your breath as the breath flows in and out through your nose. Just calming the mind with every breath you take, releasing the body. And then uncross the legs. We'll come down onto our backs, extend the legs out long. From here, hug your right knee in towards your chest, squeezing the knee in. We'll take a twist. Gently guide your right knee across your body, straight out from your hip. Try and keep your right shoulder planted on the mat so the chest faces the ceiling and your twist is happening from the belly button and lower. Slowly come back to center, extend the right leg, bring the left knee in towards the chest, hugging it in tightly. And then begin to cross the left leg across the body, coming into your twist. Left shoulder stays planted on the mat, gaze is up towards the ceiling or off of the left shoulder. And come back to center. Let's come into our final Shavasana, extending the legs out long, letting your hands rest by your sides or placing one hand over your belly and one hand over your heart. Feel the body weight sink into the mat. Feel yourself release and let go. No longer holding on to tension, no longer holding on to those racing thoughts that seem to control you, and instead just being the observer of your experience. Allowing yourself to be present, noticing the breath. You can stay here longer if you would like, otherwise begin to wake up your body by rolling the head from side to side, maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Come over onto one side, fetal pose, let the head rest on top of the arm. And then press yourself up. We'll meet in a seated pose to end class. Sitting up nice and tall with the shoulders relaxed down. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your palms together at your heart. The mudra of unity and love. The light and teacher in me bows down to the light and the teacher within you. Namaste.